Data pre-processing. Now that you know two ways to learn more about your data, you can use them to apply domain knowledge to create more features from the existing data and also learn techniques towards data transformation. This is to prepare the data to best expose the structure of the problem to model various algos. Well, feature creation is that part of machine learning which is considered more of an art than a science because it implies human intervention in creatively mixing the existing features to derive or arrive at new features which can contain more signal. It is done with the objective to extract more predictive power from the existing attributes and is very dependent on applying the domain knowledge on the data insights gathered so far. Here we have created a new feature by multiplying the corresponding elements of blood pressure, skin thickness and insulin. We then looked at the correlation metric to see the correlation of this new feature with dependent variable, that is outcome, and we find that the correlation coefficient of a new feature with dependent variable outcome is 0.17. Here we have illustrated manual feature generation. We can also do automated feature generation for the existing attributes. For now, let's stick to the manual feature generation technique. Feature transformation. Pre-processing the data with respect to feature transformation is mandatory because later on, towards model building, different algorithms take different assumptions about the data and may require different transformations. Generally, it is recommended to create many different views and transform your data, then exercise a handful of algorithms on each view of your data set. This will help you to flush out which data transforms might be better at exposing the structure of your problem. Three commonly used feature transformations are illustrated as rescaling, normalizing, and standardizing. Let's understand each of these step by step in Jupyter Notebook. Before we move forward to this topic, note that there are three steps towards the feature transformation. First, you need to split the dataset into input variables, or what we usually call it as feature matrix or attribute set, and output variable, that is y. Since it is a supervised learning, therefore you will always have an output variable or dependent variable. Second, apply the data transform techniques on the feature matrix, that is attribute set. Third, summarize the data to show the change. Better if it is summarized visually as well. When your data is comprised of attributes with varying scales, as in the example of age and income, many machine learning algorithms can benefit from rescaling the attributes to all of the same scale. Often this is referred to as rescaling into the range between 0 and 1. This is useful for optimizing algorithms used in the core of machine learning, which we will cover in the later part of the video series. Using pandas, we can rescale the attributes using the formula in the previous slide. Please refer to the Jupyter Notebook illustrated. Here we rescale the attribute BMI by dividing each BMI input with the maximum value as mentioned in the code data bracket BMI divided by data bracket BMI dot max bracket. Here we have rescaled BMI which used to vary between 0 to 671 in the raw data set to 0 and 1 as you can see from the output. We can use scikit-learn library to conveniently rescale the entire feature matrix between 0 and 1 values using the fit and transform method as illustrated in the Jupyter Notebook. Here we import the min-max scaler from scikit-learn library and set it to range 0 to 1. Then we split the data set into feature metrics or input variables and dependent variables. We create an object of the min-max scaler and set it to range 0 and 1. Finally, we apply the fit underscore transform function on the feature matrix to convert it to rescaled values. We then apply a slice of this feature matrix through the print command. As you will observe, all the values in the feature matrix is now between 0 and 1, that is uniform scale. Another technique is called normalization. This pre-processing method can be useful for sparse dataset, that is lot of zeros with attributes of varying scales. We follow the similar procedure where we first import the normalizer from sklearn library, followed by splitting the dataset into feature matrix and dependent variable, and then finally fit and transform the feature matrix as explained in the Jupyter Notebook. Standardization is a useful technique to transform attributes with Gaussian distribution with different means and standard deviation to a standard Gaussian distribution with a mean of 0 and standard deviation of 1. It is most suitable for algorithms that assume a Gaussian distribution in the input variables like say linear regression or logistic regression. So we started with the raw data and made three different transformations, namely rescaled. Here, feature matrix is stored as rescaled underscore min max. Normalized. Here, feature matrix is stored as normalized x, and standardization. A feature matrix is stored as rescaled standard scalar. Let us represent them visually to visualize the effect of these transformations. Note the difference in the attribute-wise distribution after transforming the raw data with standard scalar vis-a-vis the original distribution. Transformed data is centered with mean 0 and standard deviation 1 for each of the transformed variables.